So I guess I'll be sharing my how I have done the event management system. So first I have declared int mod size and event size. So which is the module size and the event size I have used. So I have done. So for example here I have declared I have constantly declared five modules and five events. So which are notification y z pq and the events are event 1, event 2, event 3, event 4. So the active here these variables active module and active event note that. So for a particular program the active modules can be all the five modules or three modules, or it can be one modules, and the active events also can be one, two, or anything. So for that purpose I have declared this array to store the index of the active modules and active events, and the active module underscore ct will store the count, how many active modules are present, how many active events are present. So first the available modules will be displayed. After that the user will be asked to enter how many modules he need for the particular program. So it can be 5 or 3 or 2, the number of modules he need. So once he enters a number, that will be stored in n underscore mod. So and then the user will be prompted to enter select the module. So the user can enter any, if the user needs 5 modules, he will enter 5, and then he will be asked to enter 5 numbers. So those 5 numbers correspond to the print already available modules. So for example, if the user enters 3, then he can choose any 3 modules. It can be notification y or z, so something. Okay, so here the input will be validated. So because the user input during this print of available modules, so 0 will be corresponding to notification. If user enters 0, so he is going to select notification module. So like that. So the value should be greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, and less than the module size. So because starts from 0, so it will be ending at module size -1. So that I'm putting less than. So if a user enters valid input, then that particular module will be an active for this particular program. So that module index will be stored in this active mod array. So and then it will just printed this module is enabled, and then the index of that active module will be incremented. That's it. So active mod underscore ct, at last the active mod count will be stored in the variable. So it can either store j or it can be n underscore mod. Both tells the active module size. And then the same logic for events, the available events will be printed, and the user will be asked to enter number of events he need for this particular program. Once he enter the number of events, then the user can select the events. Once he selects some events, the event index will be stored in this active underscore event array. So after that the same logic here, and the active event underscore ct equal to j means, so I'm storing the event how many events for this particular program in this variable. So at last I'm printing the selected modules and the selected events. So now the main part, now a module can be subscribed to multiple events or one event. So for that I have declared an array which stores that subscription status. So for example, if a module is subscribed to particular event, so if there are 2 modules and 3 events, then for each module the 3 event status will be asked. If the user wants to enable that particular event, he can enter 1. If he don't want to enable that event, he can enter 0. If he enters 1, then the particular module is subscribed to that event, or else it is not subscribed to that event. So here for each module the user will be asked to enter 1 or 0 for that event. So if he enters 1, then particular event will be subscribed. Then if 0, it will not be subscribed. So at last the subscription status will be shown. So it is a 2-dimensional array, it will be shown. So after that the user can trigger an event. So if the user triggers an event, then that particular module subscribe will be triggered. And so for that I am getting an input from here the trigger event will be a continuous process. So I am putting it in the while loop. So it will be looped and it can be stopped by entering -1. If the user enters -1, the loop will be stopped and the program will be terminated. So first the available events will be print for the particular program, and then the user will be asked to enter a number to trigger that event. If the user enters some number to trigger an event, the particular event will be triggered. If he enters -1, the program will be terminated. So and then if the event is -1, I'm just terminating the program, or else I'm just validating the entered input if it is greater than or equal to 0, because the event's number starts from 0 and then ends active event count. ends because so if if there are three events, then first event corresponds to the 0 1 2. So user should enter any of these three numbers only, so that this logic is here. So if this logic is true, and then if this condition is true, and if it comes inside this if statement, then the subscription status will be validated whether the particular module is triggered, is enabled for that event. If enabled, then that module will be triggered. So the module trigger operation will be done by the event handler.c, so which is available here. It will just look on, it will just get the index value, and then it will check on the by switch condition. It will check whether the value index value is 0. If it is 0, then the notification method will be called, or y, or such that. So here that module, notification module, and the y module, z module are present in the modules.c. So for including that, I am included the header module.h, so it will be available in module.c. So here void notification. So I have just printed the module notification module is triggered, p module is triggered. I have not I just simply printed that. So if that particular event is if that particular module is subscribed to a particular event, then this module will be triggered, and that module name will be and the notification module is triggered. Like that, a message will be put on will be displayed on our screen. So now let us run the program and see. I'm just running the program. Now the available modules will be shown. So I can choose, I want to enter how many modules I need for this program. So I'll enter 2. I am using notification module and the module y and the module q. Okay, I have entered 0 4 because 0 corresponds to notification, 4 corresponds to q. So now no more notification module and q module is enabled. So now I am using 3 events, and I am choosing event 5, and then event 3, and then event 1. So for event 1 0. So now finally the selected modules and selected events are shown. So I have selected notification and queue module, and event 5, event 3, event 1. Now for each module, for notification module, whether it subscribes to event 5, it will be asked. So I am just entering 1. So I am subscribing. So the notification module is so I am subscribing the notification module to all the events, and then queue module is subscribing. I will subscribe the queue module to event 5 and event 1 alone. So now the subscription status is here. So notification module is subscribed to all, but the queue module is subscribed only for event 5 and event 1. Now if I now the available events will be shown. So for triggering event, I want to enter the corresponding number. So now I will trigger an event 0. If I trigger an event 0, then notification module and queue modules are triggered. If I trigger an event if I trigger the event 3, now only the notification module should be triggered, because I have subscribed only notification module. So the corresponding notification module is triggered. If I trigger the event 2, so the event 1, now event notification and queue module both are subscribed to the event 1, so both will be triggered. So now I'm just terminating the program. Thank you.